Hello everyone, my name is Kestalkayden and we are playing Minecraft. Today we're going to be doing a mod spotlight on Xaero's minimap. Originally, this minimap was actually inside of another mod called the BetterPVP mod. However, the owner decided to make it a separate mod altogether, and I have to thank him for that. So you must be asking yourselves, how do we get into the configuration? Well, there are two ways of doing it. You can hit escape, go to options, you'll see minimap settings right there, or you can alternatively just hit the Y key. So here you'll actually be greeted with a screen that you normally be able to see, it gives you all the options. So let's start with the zoom. You can actually change this to zoom 1. It's actually what I prefer to use just because it gives you a little bit more of a room here. You can toggle off the map, which is great. It starts off with different sizes: tiny, small, medium, and large. And again, this re-renders things, so it might take a little second or two to actually kick in, but I like to keep it on either small or medium. There's a reason I am rendering this at 720p, I should say, not 1280p. 720p, so I don't want it to take up, like, what is this, an eighth of my screen? I'd rather keep it at small or a medium if I can. The maps, or cave maps, we'll be going into in a little bit. If you are on a vanilla server or a server that has the capability of displaying players, you can actually enable this and you'll actually be able to see players around you, which is actually kind of neat. Mobs, they're in the yellow. And there's also a blackish one right in front of me. There's a reason for that. It's to do with elevation. So the higher up I go, the further away and the darker the mobs will get. There's actually a smattering of mobs over here, and I wonder if that's actually a mob spawner that I accidentally triggered by just kind of staying here for too long. Anyways, as you can see, there are sheep here, and they are in the yellow. I will make one criticism, though. I wish that the hostile mobs versus the non-hostile mobs were different color. That's it. However, I'm glad that they didn't go the way that other mobs did, where they actually plastered the mob faces on the screen, because that slows down the rendering, that lags things up. This is a Get out of here! This is a lightweight mod that is actually pretty damn good at what it does, and I love it. Alright, moving right along though, let's go into some of the other options. Actually, let's get away from these freaking sheep because they're loud. Alright, so what else is going on? Alright, so, items, they are in red. We don't have any items on the screen, however, I will launch that item, and as you can see, it's a red dot on the screen, so once we pick those back up, they'll be gone. And let's just pick up another bean. Actually, no, let's turn center off. That's a different mod. Don't worry about that one. That one's actually kind of glitchy. Anyways, let's actually test out a cave, shall we? And this is a cave that I made before. So as you can see, the map will soon start to dissolve and we'll go into cave mode shortly the further down I go. So let's take a look at that. There we go. So we are now in a cave system, right? And the further down we go, more interesting things we'll see. And as you can see, this is actually a fairly intricate cave system. There's a bit of a visual glitch, but I don't know what mod this is from. So if I like bump my head up against this, I'm kind of in the cave. I don't know if that's a problem with the mods that I have installed. I have like 50 mods installed, so I don't know which is what, unfortunately. Hey, there's a bat. Let's see if I can find this. All right, so you'll have to pay attention to this minimap, unfortunately, really, really well. So what I'm going to do is re-render the cave system. Oh geez, that was a hole that I created before. Anyway, if I take this out, what will happen is you'll see purple dots on the screen. There's a reason for that. There's falling, yes, so they're falling blocks, and if blocks are falling, they'll show up as purple. That's what the display others is. There's a couple different things that this falls into. Things like, I believe, arrows that are firing, and I don't know what else, really. But there are a couple different things that this falls under, so it's actually kind of neat. Display other teams, I assume, has something to do with the BetterPVP mod, and I haven't actually had a chance to play the BetterPVP mod, so I won't be able to give you guys an insight on that. I'm actually just going to quickly get out of here. There we go. Moving right along, note how, actually I'm going to first off get out of this. It's a one-time zoom, there we go. Note how when you move around, the map moves around with you. This is purely an aesthetic thing, but you can actually lock the direction to north. So now instead of the map moving around with you, you have this little compass point thing, and you can kind of point it to the directions. If you head north, that's north. If you want east, east, south, south, etc., etc. You get the idea. However, because I'm so used to this type of a map system, I actually kind of prefer it. This is where things get interesting. The original preset was top left. I changed it to the top right because you can. However, alternatively, what you can do actually is click and drag this around anywhere. So if for some unknown reason you want to put the minimap at the beginning, or at the center of your screen, I should say, you could do that if you really, really wanted to. I don't know why you would, so let's just change it here and confirm. Waypoints I'll be getting into in a second. Here you can enter the entity amount on screen. The default is 100. I like to keep it at 500 just because I have a pretty beastly system that can render it. However, let's just drop it down to 200. The coordinate system is right here. You can actually disable the coordinate system and off you go. On-map waypoints and in-game waypoints. So on-map waypoints, you'll actually be able to see the waypoint on the screen. In-game waypoints, you'll actually be able to see the... Or sorry, on-map waypoints are on the map. In-game waypoints are the ones that are on the screen. So let's actually create ourselves a waypoint. You can do this two ways. You can actually just click on waypoints and do it from here by adding editing, or you can just hit the U key. It'll go into the screen and then just add edit. So there are a couple different ways of doing it. I'm just kind of showing you guys. Let's change this to aqua. There we go. So home aqua. So now we have an H here. That's actually kind of neat. It stays on the screen and the text disappears, but the actual waypoint flag stays there, which is actually kind of good. I like that, especially seeing as I believe there's actually a fairly good distance to this thing. So let's actually kind of go a little bit further just to kind of see what it's like. Oh, great. This is a densely populated forest, which is probably going to lag me a little bit. So I'm actually just going to go this way. Oh, great. I'm surrounded by forest. Never mind. Looks like, though, this is a fairly decent distance away, and I'm kind of glad for that. Let's actually create another one called Sky. Note how this initial changes to S. I'm going to change this to, let's have a red sky, right? Let's change this to Sky. Here it is. It will display here. However, you can actually change the initial to whatever you want. So let's say you didn't want S, you wanted a exclamation point. For whatever, oh, the exclamation point's not centered. I think I might have just found a little bit of a bug. Well, it's centered on the map, but it's not centered there, whereas the H is centered. Anyways, it's fine. You can actually change this, which is great. I showed you guys the cave system. I showed you all of that pretty much, and I think that's about it, really. This is a simple mod. It's a fast mod. Oh, actually, I did forget one thing. You can actually go here and teleport key, although I believe you have to set cheats on. Just keep that in mind. So when you actually create a world, go into your options. Actually, I could quickly show you guys that. So let's go into here, create new world, go to more mod or more options, allow cheats. This allows you to change the game mode. This allows you to do XP commands. This allows you, I believe, to teleport to waypoints. That is the standard. I believe that should be good. And yeah, bonus chests. I always like to create a bonus chest, so whatever. So let's actually just quickly re-render this just to make sure that this actually works. Tutorial. I probably should have named it Spotlight, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It'll work. So it's going to load up the terrain really, really quickly, and I just want to test out to see if this actually does what it says it's going to do. My chest, yo. Yeah, it's right here. Just kind of hidden under the canopy. Okay, so I'm just going to grab that. Let's quickly create a waypoint. So, blood, add. Hey, I was serious. I was going to just create a waypoint. All right, so let's go into here. Yeah, teleport to. There you guys have it. And that's actually about it with this mod. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Hopefully, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel, leave a like on the video, and don't forget the most important part. Have fun.